We're going to continue with Chapter 6, Prepare a Database for Data Collection. So we will view existing domains and set up a new domain to collect tree status data, and view existing fields and set up a new field based on the status domain. Symbolized points of the trees feature class. Publish the trees feature class to the ArcGIS online organization. So to set up a domain, domains provide a way for you to constrain input information by limiting the choice of values for a particular field. Coded values limit what can be chosen when collecting data, helping to standardize data collection from the field. Using domains helps maintain data integrity and does not allow other values to be entered during data collection. So back to our folder, we're going to go to the tree inventory folder, and then we're going to click the project file. In the project pane, which is right now it's ArcCatalog pane, we're going to expand database and right click tree inventory and then go to design and domain. So we're going to be patient and wait a little bit, and we're going to click view and catalog. So folder, tree inventory, and right click on it, new, not new, so tree inventory, geodatabase, and then we will go to domain. Oh, database. Okay, so database, right click on it and design. So it doesn't have a design anymore. So I think they changed it. Anyway, you just click domain. So, and then let me drag it down, and then let me resize the window. Alright, so the domains tree inventory pane opens. There are two existing domains. So one is hazard and the second one is land use. So a brief description explains that each domain is used for. So the first one is tree damage, disease, or hazard to property. The second one is land use, which the tree is located. I liked floating window, so I drag it out instead of docked. And we're going to click the hazard and land use rows to view the coded value. So if we coded yes, description no, and then this one has more. The coded value populate a list of choices, then you can be able to pick them from collecting data. So we're going to click the empty row, this one, below the land use row to select it. So you can see it's highlighted with blue color. And we're going to click the domain name field and type status. And then this one is tree status and text. Code value, coded value, split default, and then so press the tab key to click the description field and type tree status. So I did that. On the right side of the domain tree inventory pane, click the first empty, so it's right here. And not this one. Alright, domain type code, and we will say planted, and description planted. So which means that on the right side of the domains tree inventory pane, and we click the first empty row, highlight it, and then the code field we typed planted for the first valid code. It's right here. And for the description, we press the tab key or click the value field and type. This is not value anymore. This is I don't know, what is this? Okay. Value field anymore, and it's called description in the new ArcGIS Pro. So we can use your own abbreviation codes in the code field. Abbreviated codes are useful when coded values are long or contain multiple words. And we add 3 more coded values to the status domain. We're going to add another one. Okay, and you have to go back and click on it, and planted in growth and in growth. And you have to go back here, and then we add unknown. Click here again, and we have dead. So a planted tree is a tree that was intentionally planted. So an ingrowth tree is a tree that was self-seeded. An unknown tree is a tree those status as planted or ingrowth cannot be determined. A dead tree is a tree that is no longer alive. When collecting data, you can pick from only these choices to set a tree status. So now on the domain tab, we're going to click save. So it's right here now. Okay, and we saved it. And now you can see we do not have it's grayed out. So we close the domain tree inventory pane, and then next we're going to set up fields in the tree feature class to use the newly created domain. And we're going to set up feature class fields. So the fields in a feature class store information and are a key part of any data collection model. We're going to explore the feature class in the tree inventory database to see how it is set up and create a new field to use the domain that we created. The same, we're going to, are you sure? Yes. Oh, it might lost. So let's see. Let's go to our domain again. It didn't save it, so we have to redo it. That's weird. I clicked saved. There's some issue here. It's okay, we can just redo it real quick. Status, and we do have tree status, and then text. Perfect, everything remains. And then we're going to click this one and code planted, description planted, and then we have ingrowth. It's just, I don't like this. Alright. I like floating window a lot better. Sorry. Alright, so and we can always just drag it here, expand it. Alright, unknown, and we have a dead, keeping consistent, capitalize I, capitalize U, capitalize U. Alright, and then I'm going to save. close it out, cancel. Delete, right, save. Now, because we had a new role, that's how, okay, now it's working now, alright. Alright, so now we close it again. It won't ask us that. Perfect. Okay, now we fix it. Then in the ArcGIS pane, we expand the tree inventory database. So, field trees, right click trees and go to design fields. Go to tree, design, and fields. Okay. Now, we have a new table pop up. I still do not like the dock window, and as you can see, the default is they want you to dock everything every time you open it up, but you can always drag it out to make a float window. So this tab opens the fields tree pane. The tree point feature class contains fields that are commonly used in tree inventory data collection. The following is a short description. Here I'm going to explain a bit. Tree ID, a tree identification number. ID is identification number. Collector, a person who collect the data. Land use. So land use on which tree is located. And then height is tree's height, and diameter is the tree diameter. Hazard is identifiable tree hazard. And then we have a notes, other notes about the tree, and we have where is our date? Date is right here. When the data collected took place. Also, we look at other columns for each attribute. So this is column. So the data type determines what type of data that field can store. The alias can be used to refer to the attribute fields by a different name. And the domain determines which existing domain fields can use. It's right here. We can add a new tree status field so that it can be assigned to status domain. Then we have, so below all the fields, so we're going to click here to add a new field. Because earlier it says click here to add a new field, we did. So we're going to type status for the field name, status. And for this one, it will be status, everything capitalized. We keep it consistent. Status, and then we're going to type status again. Status. Alright. Then it's text. This is domain that you can choose from. Check, and we do not have anything to do 5, that's fine. Under type, we did the text. Under domain, we're going to click the domain field to highlight it. So domain, highlight it, and we're going to click again to select the status from the drop-down menu. So it's right here, status. And the status domain selected here is the one we set up previously, that on the fields tab. This is fields tab. We're going to click save and adding a field. Perfect. And we're going to close this tree pane. So after that, we're going to do is symbolize our feature. We're going to add symbology to the tree feature class based on the coded value of the status attribute so that they are more distinguishable when collecting data. So we're going to add the tree feature class to the current map. So right now we do not see anything and we don't know where our trees are. So we're going to just drag it here.